Oops.
Stop then.
It's getting used to this clutch. Is it different?
Yeah, it's a lot lower.
Yeah.
A lot lower.
I think my one's just higher up.
So you can see on the sign there, on the left,
They're all blue now, green.
M1 North is where we're going.
Yep.
Because what you're going to get either north, south, east or west, depending on which direction you approach.
Yeah.
We're going north.
Okay. I was in the right lane when it said here, so
yeah,
let's just follow it along. And then north left.
And left it is, first exit. Lights are on red. Probably going to change when you get there.
Yep. Wouldn't surprise me. Right, so the clutch is lower.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So it's about 3-4 centimeters off, maybe 5 off the bottom.
Should do that, shouldn't I?
There's going to be little things that you forget, and you just got to remind yourself to, you know, check them mirrors like you say you're doing.
There we go.
As you get towards any major junction or a roundabout, motorway, you're going to get a lot more lanes when you get there. So we're going to go left onto the M1 North, is it M1N in the ground. You can see on the sign there, it's a left first exit.
All right.
Lights to control the traffic again.
On here. I think the brakes have had a cool-off moment now. So.
I think they have, yeah, because all it was downhill all the time. And then it's braking hard, it does get hot.
There we go, there's a pull-off.
There we go.
That's better.
And you just build speed up.
Oh, and there's lorries everywhere.
Don't worry about them. All you've got to do is get yourself into the left lane to start with. And you start checking, because there's a bit more traffic. Is that lorry on your right?
Yeah.
Just drop off the gas and get ahead of you. Stick your signal on. In you come. That's it.
Nice.
And then just cruise. Do you want to put your cruise control on?
Oh, I forgot that this car had that.
So press the cruise button, and then press the set button down. You've got to press it down. There you go. And then you've got to press it properly. Oh, don't know why it's not set.
No, I don't know why it's not working. I'll just drive.
Leave it. Leave it.
I'll be fine.
Maybe it's not set properly. Yeah. Anyway, so keeping your gap from the truck car or truck in front is the easy one, isn't it? And because we've got the smart motorway in this section, the hard shoulders used as a running lane. That's why we've got 4 lanes.
Oh, there is 4.
Yeah. But if keeping your gap, if we're not overtaking, you can overtake him, by the way.
They can only go at 60, can't they?
They can, yeah. You can do 70.
Yeah.
So if you want to overtake it, you can do.
You can see a car zooming up behind me.
Yeah, you can see it. So what you want to do is start building your speed up, so when you overtake, you can keep going with speed. So as this red car gets closer, build your speed up more, build it up more, build it up. That's it. That's it. So you're checking your lane then, quite nice. And then carry on.
The fact there's just bridges over the motorway is great.
Some are footbridges, some are roads, aren't they?
Yeah.
Some are like roundabouts going round. Now, do you see how that silver car is kind of level with that truck? That's one of the worst things you can do.
Really?
Yeah, because they can't see you.
Yeah, you're kind of in that
You're in their blind spot.
So they could just pull over.
So what you want to do is get close behind the truck, let a gap develop, and then put your foot down and get past them.
Okay.
And if you're worried about it being windy, go in the lane further away. So that if he does drift, he's not going to hit you. That's it. So as you get closer to the truck, there's a gap in front in there, and as you get closer, you just put your foot down a bit more to shoot past it. So let's try it.
Almost feels like he's running away from me, even though I'm going slower.
And then foot on the gas now, shoot past him.
Always feels fun going fast. I used to be scared of going fast, but now I really enjoy it.
Yeah. There you go. You can see them in your left mirror quite easy. And then obviously you're right in this lane because they're going to come into the left lane there, aren't they? So that's the advantage of being second lane out.
Kind of safe.
Yeah. They're not going to try and get in your lane. They're going to try and get in the left lane, which is the driving lane. And what you're going to find also is lots of heavy goods vehicles, which is what these trucks are, in the left lane.
Just cruising along.
Yeah, cruise along at 60. And if the speed limit's 70 at that point, then you cruise along at a speed you feel happy with. If you don't feel confident doing 70, then stick to your left lane and do a bit slower. You know, especially if you don't know where you're going. Or if a sat nav says to you, you get off in like in 2 miles, I'd consider getting into the left lane, getting ready for it. Because what people do is they try and get past the next car. Cause your problem.
Hello, Costco.
Check your right mirror, pull out, put your foot down, get past them. Because he's going to go slowly past that truck, isn't there?
No, I'm chasing Costco.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 2 of them. That's great.
And because there's a lot more lanes than a dual carriageway,
Yeah.
when you're checking your right mirror, you can also check a little bit to the far right, see what's in the other lanes, because they might want to come in from the outside into the left. So you might not see them in your mirror. And just stay here, get past them.
Going past them is scary.
Yeah, put your foot down more, get 70. That's it. And we know that one's a heavy foreign driver, because you see a different colour on the reg plate. So he's probably going to be sat on this side driving where I am.
Yeah, left side.
And keep going past them. Try not to look at them, because it'll distract you.
I'll start drifting.
Yeah. And don't pull in yet, because you're going to be in his blind spot.
And see there's more up ahead.
He's not going to see you, is he? Now he's going to see you, so then start checking and pull in then. That's it. And if you want to pull into the left lane, you can do, or you can consider
like
if you're catching up with them, stay where you are. I mean, what you don't want to do is stay in this lane or the other ones on the right if it's completely clear on the left, because you're hogging the lane then.
Yeah.
But you're catching up with the trucks all the time, so it's probably sensible to stay where you are. So we talked about Smart Motorway, this left lane next to us here. If you see the gantry sign above us going across, if that's closed, you're going to get a red cross.
Right, okay. So that's like, get out of this lane.
Get out of the lane straight away. There could be a reason for it. It could be there's an accident, or it could be they're closing it because it's not busy. And if you carry on going down that lane, you're going to get a potential fine and points on your licence. He's got a little scrape on there.
Yeah. Because he was right beside me. I was like, I'll just hang back a bit.
That's what you do, yeah. Don't keep him next to you, because he might not see in the mirror.
Yeah.
It's better to be in front of you, isn't it? You can see what they're up to. And just like you get on dual carriageways, you've got the cat's eyes telling you whereabouts you are. Red on the left, amber on the right, white dividing the lane markings. And you've also got, because it's a motorway, you've got breakdown telephones.
Always along.
And Smart Motorway, they're kind of dotted around at a third of a mile away, saying ideally they need a bit more breakdowns on them, because if you start breaking down on the left lane, the cameras will pick it up and they'll close the lane. But the actual lay-by to get into is quite far apart. So there's one on the left there, the yellow.
Oh, yeah.
So, but you might not make that. But when they first originally set up the Smart Motorway system, when they authorised it, they were a lot closer, the breakdown lay-bys.
Yeah, because they're a mile apart.
Yeah. And then when it's not being used, the left lane, it'll revert back to being a hard shoulder. So if you're breaking down, that's what you're stopping.
We move over to it.
But if you do break down, you want to get out on the passenger side, climb over the seats and get out this side, because you're going to get cars flying past you. Yeah. Now,
I need to shoot past.
Put your foot down when you're ready. Oh, he's slowing down there.
Yeah, that's what I was just seeing. I wonder if I should move over or not.
Yeah, think about moving over. I would.
I can see something's coming past me.
Yeah. Because it's all getting busy, isn't it? So as it goes
Go
back, start
past.
building your speed up, build your speed up, build your speed up, build it up. So when you start changing lanes, you're going faster. You're not suddenly slowing down. Because you want to get past the traffic, don't you?
Welcome to Northamptonshire.
And if you see someone driving erratically in front of you, give them space. You never know what might happen. They might not be paying attention. They could be on the mobile phone, which is illegal.
Yep. I was driving, well, I wasn't driving, my mum was driving to Leicester. I was in the passenger seat. And there was someone behind us. And
what you are going to get, if you look behind you, so that white van,
oh yeah, you are right.
it's pressurised you to go faster.
Yeah.
Now you're not going slow, you're doing 66. And then look to come back in.
We'll shoot past this truck as well.
Yeah. You could have used the other lane.
Oh,
now you
now
see
we're
the
going
speed
down
limit
60.
come down.
Yep.
So just gradually get past this truck. So get past him properly so he's not in your blind spot all the time.
There we go.
And then look to get past him more. That's it. Keep going past him. Keep going past him. And then look to come into the left lane. Bit more power, get past him. That's it. Just so he's not so close to you when you play. And then you can just drop off to rather than 61, drop to 60 then. And you're going to get cars flying past you that don't exist.
Yeah.
Now, it could be the dropping the speed limit down for there's traffic ahead of you that you can't see, or there could be roadworks ahead of us, we don't know, but the sign's there to help you.
Yeah.
You can see quite clearly that breakdown on the left there. And then you've got these little marker posts on the left with the red stripe on. If you break down, obviously, on them sections before I would get onto the gravel bit as quick as I can. As the lights on and get out of the car.
Yeah.
I won't be sat in the car there.
No,
Someone's going to drive me back here. And on the marker post is a number. So when you ring up the telephone, say whereabouts you are, there's a number on it.
So you can tell them that.
So you can pinpoint where you are. And there's an arrow pointing to where the telephones are.
Quite clever.
So they're there to help you. So it's a nice day for driving on the motorway.
Yeah. It's not rainy or anything.
No. The junctions, that's where you get on and get off on the motorway. The ones that are built by the government tend to be longer.
Oh, right.
Because they've got the money to spend that.
Oh, yeah.
The ones that are for service stations tend to be shorter because they've done it privately. That's my opinion anyway. And you can see the signs there of it. If you want to get off, it's telling you that's where you're going to go. We're going to carry on.
Okay.
So it's saying 1 mile junction 15. If it was a motorway change, it'd be telling you. And you can see on the sign there, it's saying the M1, which is what we're going to stay on. It's saying you can use all these lanes.
All of them?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
All 4 lanes, isn't it? On the left there, it's telling you.
Okay. I was counting 3 for some reason.
If it was going to go down to 2 or 3, there'll be a sign saying like M1's on the right, the other one's on the left. So looking ahead does definitely help you, especially when there's loads of signs. It's like confusing, especially when you see a sign saying M1 on that side there, the arrow. It's just saying that's where you're going. But try not to get too close to a truck because it's blocking your view from the signs. And if he's in your way all the time, then you'll look to overtake him. That's just yellow signs saying the slip road's closed on one of them, but there'll be still 1 lane there. It's just one of them's closed, and it's telling you. There's your countdown markers that you normally see.
Oh yeah, like normal.
Yeah. Countdown to get off. So there's your left lane closed, but they'll open the right lane to get off. We're just going to carry on. And if you're ever in the left lane and heavy goods vehicles are going past you on the right, same sort of thing. Try not to look at them because you'll drift.
Yeah.
As they start going past you, drop off the gas, let them shoot past you.
Let them go past.
They're going to pull back in when they can.
Don't want to be stuck beside them.
Yeah. And be prepared to kind of let a space develop because the cars are going to come on in the next few seconds.
Oh,
you see the road coming down. So you check what's happening on your right so that if you need to get out, you might be able to get out. This truck coming down slow, you keep going because he's going to tuck in behind you. Just put your foot down a little bit to get ahead of him. That's it. Because he's looking to tuck in behind you there. It's a nice big gap. He's not going to try and get in that small gap.
No.
It's like crazy, isn't it? You can check your mirror there. It's way behind you now. So if people are worried about on motorways, start off in the left lane. Get used to the speed of the traffic.
Get more comfortable in it. And
then pull out when you need to. Just remember to check what's happening in your other lanes. So it's giving you lots of information. M1, M45, M6, it's saying ahead of you.
Keep left unless overtaking.
Yeah.
I shall do that.
That's what it's changed, yeah.
Can see why people get like tired when driving on the motorway, because it is just continuously one road.
Well, if you do get tired, pop into the service station.
Yep.
Have a break.
Take a nap.
Yeah. I'll pull out another questions. So it's saying exit. Now keep your cat from the car in front of you. So you're just slowly catching up.
Yeah, lovely.
So we'll take this next. In fact, we'll not take this exit off because I know it's not close to the actual junction. We'll carry on to the next service station. We'll come off at the service station. That'll be different for you. I'm reading some of these questions here and you've already answered them. It says here, have you encountered anything such as roads, hazards, layouts, manoeuvres that you didn't think you had the experience in your lessons to cover? And would it be something that you would recommend people to do on lessons?
I mean, I haven't had too many like roadwork things thrown at me. There was like a traffic light controlled one lane thing that I went through once, but I had the experience to do it and I knew what to do in that situation. So I think that's just a case of what you do in your lessons.
Yeah.
So I knew how to handle it, and I when I come into other traffic, I know what to do with it as well. So I'm not too worried about it.
Excellent. There we go. Keep your gap again.
Yeah,
keep your gap.
I'm either going to overtake or
either that or overtake them.
I'm going to do that.
And that's it. And just keep it at like now 61.
And then zoom past.
Yeah. And once you get past him, have a check, pull back in. It's still 60, isn't it? That's what it's saying to you. Keep left unless overtaken. Oh, someone here. What was the questions you get asked on your driving test?
Oh God.
Can you remember that far? Keep it at 60, by the way. If you're slowing down, that truck's going to overtake you.
The show me tell me one was turn the lights on, but they were already on because it was raining. So she just asked me to turn them off and then turn them on again. And I really can't remember what the question was. What is that? I can't remember what the question was. It might have been about the brakes. I feel like it was about the brakes, but whoops.
And here's a funny one. How many times have you been beeped by someone?
I haven't been beeped yet. I've been tempted to beep someone, but I haven't been beeped myself.
Yeah.
I feel like I've survived that so far.
Someone asked how many hours you had for your lessons. I can't remember.
Oh, I can't remember. 36, maybe?
Yes.
Something around that.
Yeah. And that's it for the questions. So we'll look for the next service station or the next proper exit, wherever. Not far from Leicester, it's right. There in 15 minutes.
That's where I go to anyway.
So when it's like this, the traffic, it's nice to drive on the motorway.
Yeah, I don't have to
Because
slow down
it's
or anything.
flowing, it's not crammed, you've got plenty of time to think about it, and the weather's nice.
Yeah, it's nice views as well. No, I shouldn't get distracted by the views.
It's true.
I'll end up just steering off.
Yeah. So when you're driving, do you listen to music or do you just keep it quiet?
I listen to music.
Yeah.
That was one of the first things I wanted to do, was listen to music.
Yeah.
But because I've done lessons with nothing, I had to just like gradually build it up.
Yeah.
And then
that's different.
I always turn my music down if I'm coming up to a situation that I feel like I need to understand. I turn the music down so I can see better, is what my my theory is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I play my own music now. It's great.
Nice. So same thing again. The left lane's closed on the slip road. It's saying.
Are we coming off here?
Nope. Keep going.
Right, keep going.
If you were driving in summer, then you would consider water and sun cream.
Yeah.
Because if you break down in summer, even though it might, when you get out of the car and sit on the embankment, it feels like it's quite loud and windy.
It will be hot.
Still hot. Have a little check to your left, see if it's clear to get on. Keep going. That's it. People say to me a lot of, what happens if you can't get on from an acceleration lane? And I'm thinking, well, I've never ever not got on.
Yeah, I feel like you would.
You know, as long as you kind of slow down a little bit and tuck into the gap or speed up and get into the gap, then you'll be fine, won't you?
Oh, national speed limit sign, I've been waiting for you. Get me back up.
That truck didn't wait long, did it? Amazon
Yeah,
guy.
I saw that come past me. I was like, okay, I'll wait until you've gone past.
And there's a guy on your right as well.
Yep,
one.
I'm sandwiched.
And the laws pop back in eventually. You see he's going a little bit slow him. Because he's got a lot of weight on him, that's why he's got the flashing lights.
Right,
So,
you go past me so I can slip in after you.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, there's another one.
Well, start sticking your signal on now and put your foot on the gas now.
Get in.
That's it. There you go. See, you've tuck in. Otherwise, you're going to pull out slow.
You get me sandwiched between these two.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm stuck behind this one again now.
No,
I was behind this one earlier. I can only imagine if you're driving something like that, your car's got to feel so heavy.
Of course it has. Got quite dusty there, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's
You
what
never
you've
know
got to
what's
do,
coming
is
back
when you want to get into a gap, is start to build your speed up so you just slot into it. Otherwise, if you pull out going slow, the car behind is going to catch up. So them two are matching each other.
Yeah.
Let's go round them if it's safe to do so. If it's not, you can't.
Go past me. Go on. Go on.
Now he might pull back in him now because he's gone past him.
Let's see.
And then build your speed back a little bit more. That's what you want to say. You've got a gap now, haven't you?
So I've got to stay behind this one so I'm not in the blind spot.
Yeah. So he's pulled back in now.
Back in so I can go past.
You can put your foot down now, can't you? Keep an eye on his indicator and then put your foot down.
Report of obstruction.
Because sometimes you get heavy goods vehicles, they might not see you straight away and they start to indicate to pull out.
Yeah, so you've got to drop back.
Yeah, so you might have to drop back sometimes. You're about to go and you start pulling out.
No, I've got a nice clear lane.
So it's telling you a sign that there's possible stuff on the road. It could be someone's fell off a truck.
Yeah.
So if you look up the road, sometimes that helps. You see people braking a lot or changing lanes a lot. That's usually a good clue. Everyone's kind of pulling out to the other lane. There's usually something wrong. because you're not used to driving for a long period of time like this.
No.
It's quite intense, even though it feels relaxing. You just need to remind yourself that take a break if you need to.
Yeah, always best to take a break.
I mean, you'll know how long your journey is going to be because you'll have looked at it the night before.
Yeah.
Or a week before, working out maybe if it's an hour, you might be able to do it in one go. If it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours, you might stop halfway and have a total break. Have a little stretch your legs. So that's the sort of things you consider.
Yeah, I feel like stretching legs would be important.
Yeah, yeah. And in winter, you bring. I mean, we've got coats at the back. So if you're ever walking around, you're not going to freeze to death. Or your worst is that your car breaks down.
This weather is like tricking you though, because the sun is out and it looks nice, but then it's like -10 degrees is what it feels like.
So I mean, it's actually quite warm at the moment. This morning it was -4.
Yeah, I was cold on my walk to school.
Yeah. But as soon as the sun disappears, it'll drop there pretty quickly, and because there's no clouds, it's going to be a cold night.
It was freezing cold at work last night. Really cold. I did the day shift, so it was like got warm and then just gave up towards the evening. I was sat in front of the heater the entire shift.
Some more information come up. That's what you do is, you look at what it's trying to tell you. If there's anything on it, you don't know.
Doesn't look like it.
No. And of course, when you're on these big motorways, you're going to get unusual things like houses being towed. Like on the back of a trailer.
Well, that'd be so funny to look at.
It is funny when you see them. You're thinking, "Whoa, what's that?" And it's like it's taking like a lane and a half wide. It's on the back of a 24-wheeled trailer being dragged along like a 2-story house, just getting under the bridge in time.
That'd be insane.
They've obviously worked out which way they can go, so they built an house and they're transporting it somewhere. Services. We'll get off at the next mile, Watford Gap.
Okay. Should I come across to the left now?
I would start pulling in, yeah. Start bringing yourself in. Because miles, when we're doing like 65 miles an hour,
it's going to come quite quick.
Within a few minutes, you're going to be there. And so that's a good time to have a little break. We've been driving now for 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Give or take a few minutes.
Tell you, one of the most exciting things of being able to drive yourself was going through a drive-through for the first time.
Was it?
Yeah.
Which drive-through did you go to?
McDonald's. It was the first one I went to.
I've got a video on that. I'll put it on the top.
My friend always said when I passed my test that she wants to eat McDonald's, sat in a car park together. So we did that. I passed my test, we went to McDonald's and we sat eating it together.
Has she passed this test yet?
No, she's not. She hasn't even started learning how to drive. Although I did explain to her how you actually pull off.
Here's your countdown markers. There you go.
I did explain to her how you actually start moving the car.
So when she takes her test and passes, it's her turn.
Yeah, it will be.
Remember, these slip roads are usually shorter, so you start slowing down more.
Early.
So brake a bit harder, brake harder. That's it, a lot harder than you normally do.
Ooh, something's coming at me.
It comes on pretty quickly, don't it?
Yeah.
And it's telling you there, the cars are straight to the left, so you follow it round to the left, it's saying. And then just slow it right down.
Okay, we're just going to go straight a second.
Just take your time now.
Around here?
Yeah, whatever you want. Yeah, I think they both go round.
Oh, I've seen parking spaces and it's making me nervous.
You can either drive in or reverse in.
Just going forwards,
Yeah.
That's my...
Obviously, it's like any car park.
go-to.
The closer you get to the shops, the more cars are there.
I'm good. There's parking spots. We'll go in here. Oh, I've picked a tight one with a boot in.
That's it. Just take your time.
See, the thing is, now that I've passed my test, I can go back if I need to without feeling guilty. Which is what I'm going to have to do.
No,
I think I'm slightly wonky.
It's not bad. The reverse for us is across your leg more.
Oh, there we go. I forgot about the beat.
This, keep an eye on these three people. They're going to walk behind in a second.
Behind me.
Look like they're going to a funeral, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or they've been to a funeral. Or dressed in black. You've done well getting in that, by the way. There's a little tight
Just
spot,
down
isn't it?
slightly, and then.
Is that because you do forward bay parking a lot?
I do it like not a ton, but why am I not moving?
Clutch higher.
That's it. I forward bay park into the ones at work. So I'm going to have to go out completely back.
Just, yeah, keep wheel straight and reverse out. So, straighten your wheels to the right. The other way.
To the right.
That's it. And then
I
just
wasn't
reverse
completely
out.
straight.
And that way it's easier to kind of see where you are, isn't it?
I can bring it around a bit more now.
It's your choice picking a tricky
It would
one.
have been bloody easier going in forward, backwards.
I hardly
Used
drive
to
into
it,
space. I was reversing.
I'm used to going in forwards, but with a different car, so that's probably why.
That's
I
what it
did
is.
what you said and literally spent like half an hour just doing parking.
That's better, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm brake neutral.
Oh, get my foot off the clutch.
Have a little rest.
Ugh. It's a horrible sound.
It's bouncing around there, isn't it?
It's like hail.
And then have a look to get back in.
I feel like it would be terrifying to be in a hailstorm in a car.
Just go slow then, wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.